Hola, hola, mahaba, mahaba, kepohalak. How is everyone? Um, Hope you're having a great Sunday. Make it a sensational Sunday, a super Sunday, a sad Sunday. I hope not, but everybody, we have so much going on. One day could be the best day of someone's life, and for someone else, they've lost everything in that one day. But nonetheless, I hope everyone is well, and I mean that with all sincerity. What I'm doing here, this is the pan, the oil pan from this grill that I picked up. It's an electric grill. New, it's like 400 for the electric. They were $3.99. I picked it up. Believe it or not, guess where I got it? Yeah, you all know. Habitat. I think it was like 65, and it may have been like a color off because they have different colors. I had a nice one. I had one of those super expensive ones. It was like freaking grill. It was like almost 3 grand. And well, after my husband passed, I was gonna move, and I was so up in the air and just out of my mind. I was just getting rid of everything. That's another video. But anyway, check this out. I'm not gonna scrub it, but you can see where I poured it. It starts to just come off. And if I had a can of Coca-Cola or any kind of carbonated beverage with the disgustingness of soda, it would just then like make it come off, like I was scraping it with a like a drill. Yeah, for real. Look. Yeah, and then I'll hose it down after I get all this crap off. I should have put a tarp down. Oh shoot. Oh, the deck has to be painted anyway. Oh well. Okay. I'll be right back. Be right back. Yeah. Always remember to wear gloves. Like, look at my hands because I don't put gloves on. It's because by the time I get to doing something, by the time I find the gloves, my ADD will kick in and I'll start doing something else. That's just how, well, I'm getting better. Everyone has ADD, so I'm not unique. Each and every one of us, we get distracted easily. We have 999 gazillion things happening, in our environment. So every day when I would, and I still do it now, when I would return home from work, I would just sit down in complete silence and just decompress. Because riding the New York City subway and dealing with people and having to deal with just, well, just decompress. It clears your mind, or for me, clears your mind. It keeps you focused. So whatever riffraff or insignificant BS exchanges you have with people, you kind of like just, you decompress it. And I learned a long time ago, don't take anything personal. Because people's problems that they have with you are their own problems they have inward. You understand? And they find little picky, any little itsy bitsy witsy, you know. I have a poem I wrote. Bitches need stitches. No. No pirates. Yeah, what's up? Okay, that's good. Today was Junior Day. This man that I hire, he had an emergency. his car got towed because his inspection had expired. And anyway, yeah, so that was crazy what they did. This is some bullshit that I'm going to look into and get corrected. The guy who told him said that there's so much that has to go to Poughkeepsie, to the Poughkeepsie police because they have an agreement. I said, where is it? Where is that written in the law? Oh, well, we have an agreement. The guy turned green when I talked to him. It's like when I talk to people, because I focus and I speak to you directly. People like their eyes get scattered. It's like, because people that aren't honest do that. When you're honest, you speak to people, you look directly at them, unless you have some type of you know, a thing where you don't do that because you have, certain people, like people that are autistic, won't look at people. In any case, so the guy, he was like turning green, and then check this shit out. When the guy got pulled over, the cops asked for his license, his registration, which he had valid. This guy, all right, guy says, well, I need your license. And then we're waiting. I says, what's up? He says, oh, the guy needed my license. I said, hold a sec. Hold. When you got pulled over and they had your vehicle impounded to be towed, the officers requested your identification and your ID. So this guy didn't need, and he was the same guy who came. And what a scam. What a scam. Like they see he's a brown guy. It's like, well, maybe we could lock him up, or maybe he's got to be deported, right? I'm freaking real. Yeah, that's another scam. One of many. Unreal. Anyway, look at it coming off. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna get the scraper. Hold on. That's so freaking cool. Oh, boy. All right, I forgot the gloves. Damn it. All right, well, here we go. You see that come off? Oh, I gotta put the camera up. Check that out. Look, here. Look, see? Watch this. Oh, I forgot to get this. I was at the Dollar Tree today. Dollar General. Dollar Tree. It's the dollar inflation tree now. The dollar inflation tree now, people. Because billionaires need bigger yachts. And they need to have more. I gotta get my gloves. Like I said, these hands. Working. This is a working construction lady worker. My nails grow fast, but they break because of this freaking Hashimoto bullshit disease brought to America here by the incompetence and the shadiness of no oversight, because we don't live in a third world nation where we don't have iodine. So this condition, Hashimoto's, was something that affected people's neuroendocrine system and caused this. Right? But they won't talk about stuff like that. They won't talk about that because everything is hidden. Just think of everything in our lovely government as the Manhattan Project, because that's what it comes down to, people. You understand me? It's a Manhattan Project operation. And what they show the media is the Hollywood version, North Korea style. You understand? It's all showtime, baby. Showtime at the Apollo. Here we go. Let's talk some ish and let's get everybody going. Let's blame the migrants, you know? Let's blame the Somalians in Minnesota. Let's say that they've done everything and they're no good. And let's do all the spiel that he's been doing. But you see, his spiel it's killing him. Because you see the condition he's in, right? Hold on. The wind, what happened, Wendy? And it has stormy eyes. Remember that song? Everyone knows it's windy. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. That's crazy. I don't know why that always happens to me. It's because I'm special. It's because I'm lyrical. Ba 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 ba. All right, here we go. Here's the construction lady work. You see that? Do you see the debris that has just? It basically, it's like, it comes off like butter. It's like butter. You see? Like it comes right off the bone. Yeah. there's so much crap that they sell in the market and that people buy because they do not read. Advertisement is the goal of advertisement is to have people spend money. So make 999 things, advertise it to the masses, and then everybody says, "Oh, I need that. I need that. I need a wire brush. I have a wire brush. I have my Dremel. I could hook it up really good." I've done enough today because it became junior day because my neighbor, he's my neighbor, he needed help. Oh yeah, so that's right. So Poughkeepsie, police. They have a situation deal. Listen to this, right? Listen to this. Where the police get paid per impounded vehicle. Now, where is that written in the law? Where is that written in the law? Or is that just some bonus additive that is in the, maybe like in the society meetings? But you just latch it on? You just tap it on to people? Like the same crap in New York. You get your car towed, then you got to get it impounded, then you got to pay some stupid mad money, right? But you know what they did here, which is crazy, because the arresting the guy, the police officer, the same tow truck guy was there, and the guy, he's Venezuelan. So he obviously, he didn't have, there were no problems, okay? So he's here, he's a citizen, all right? And any case, no, he's not a citizen, but he's here legally. Anyway. So then when the tow truck driver comes, the same dude, he asked for his license. And then we were waiting, and I was like, "What's up?" He said, "Oh, he needed my license." I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Because if the cops came and they needed to see the man's identification, his insurance, and his license, his ID, obviously there were no issues. All right. So this was a way for this person here to see, well, maybe between now and then, maybe something popped up. Give me a freaking break, The society that we live in is built to keep people impoverished with these bullshit fees, these senseless fees, to keep these imbeciles freaking working, right? Because that's what it comes down to. Okay, your car gets towed. You don't have an inspection. Okay, so now if he were white, I'm going to tell you right now, if he were one of these white boys up here, one of these white chicks up here, that wouldn't have been no problem. Get Skippy. Years ago, this cop, I make a left-hand turn. The sign is blocked. The signage was way too far from the intersection. It was like 60 feet back, okay, or further, and it was obstructed by brush from a business that was having a grand opening that also had a banner and balloons that were obstructing it. Between the brush, the balloons, and the business banner, you couldn't see it. Cop pulls me over. What's up? No left turn. I said, where? I didn't see no sign. He goes, there's a sign. Okay, I'll go back, take a picture. I go to court with my photo in my computer because my printer wasn't working. The freaking judge up here in Poughkeepsie, over here, Tucker Avenue, tuck your, you know what. Pay on your way out. It was like $300. I said, I ain't paying nothing. I walked out. I wrote a letter. I complained. I read up the freaking law on where the damn freaking signage is supposed to be, where the freaking signage is supposed to be. Not because somebody said, well, you know what? We don't want to dig too far. We don't want to do any extra work. We're going to put the signage over here. These people, I'll tell you, man, they F with people all the time. All the freaking time. Because they have to make money. You understand me? Same thing. I got pulled over in South Carolina. The speed limit goes. They got some shit down there, man. Let me tell you. The speed limit goes. It goes like from on 95, one spot, right? It's like fifth. It's the speed limit. It's 75, right? Or whatever, 70, and then it drops to like 30 or 40. And they pop everybody from out of town. That's what they do. That was $100. My son said, Ma, you got to put a C note in front of your license when they pull you over. I says, yeah, well, and then you get some cop, he'll be like, oh, you're trying to bribe me, intimidation? Homeboy, take the freaking money and keep it moving. I ain't going to say nothing, because that's how this shit operates. This is how this shit freaking works. They're going to tell me these people having freaking, okay, my ass. Like when my husband got pulled over, we're driving 65 on Route 9. He's got a new truck. White cop pulls him over. He was a white man. He didn't get nothing. And my husband says, oh, that's because I'm a Mason and, we got a secret language. I said, sweetheart, you got the skin complexion connection. All right? Hell out of here. Friggin' highway cop gave my husband Peter, a New York City fireman, a speeding ticket. I'm a fireman, shows him my badge. Oh, well, they got to give you a ticket anyway. He wasn't white, my husband Peter. He was Mexican. Right? Mexican and Native American and German from his blood. Yeah, boy. The stories the people can tell about the shit that goes on. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But anyways, isn't that a beautiful thing? I think it's really my vegetables. Vitamin. That's really good. Now, I would have the hose and knock everything off, but I just don't want to do that because, like I said, it was help my neighbor day, which is fine. And then I had to do my stuff anyway. But that was just an added bonus today. $500 to tow a freaking car 8 miles. I'll tell you, they got them like this. They got them like this, That's why you got to speak up on this shit. And the kid says, he goes, oh, you're not going to find that on online. I'm like, oh, yeah? Okay. You can tell me what I can and can't find online. Okay, you have a nice day. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm not against the guy. It's got nothing to do with the people who do the actual job. It's the bullshit rules that are made. All right? They all know it, man. They all know it. You talk about ear hustling. These people up here, they got corruption hustling. They got the shit down pat. All over. Law enforcement, these city agencies, they got the corruption hustle. Yep. I am going to work on being very dainty, though. I'm going to tell everybody how to get dressed up. Oh, man. I have my small hand tools. Like I said, I have my wire brush. Now, my OCD will probably make me do this because once I start something, if I don't complete it, then I feel like I'm going to get detention. It's weird. It's OCD. Oh, God, it's OCD. Yeah, you know me. This stuff, I'm telling you, look at it. Limex from the Dollar Inflation Tree store. Well, nothing's going to... I was actually surprised that the stuff that they had stayed for $1 for as long as it did. But you buy bulk, right? Well, this is before we had, the inflation era here. Because the importance in our this administration at this point in time here is the Grand Ballroom, because we wouldn't want to have any other assassination attempts now, would we? I mean, in all serious, all kidding aside, that's horrible. I would wish that on him, anyone. But I think that was all staged. Like I said, Butler, Pennsylvania. How do you not have the aerial circumference secured at all points? That's BS. That's total BS. You mean to tell me they couldn't see that freaking guy up on the roof? Get the hell out of here. So 2 innocent people lost their lives for a pity party. Donald Trump violin. My votes are low, people. I gotta play the victim. Please. Please, I want the world to feel sympathy for me. They know I'm a nice guy deep down inside. Yeah, when you were sleeping. Before you became a corrupt individual and had your butt pampered your entire freaking life. I don't like, I can't stand people that are on that freaking, that energy on that time. You're entitled. You know what you're entitled to? You're entitled to be a good person every day. And not a piece of, you know what. That's what you're entitled to. And you're entitled to do the right thing. Because once you break the canons of living as a person with decency and humanity, then you know what? You get poop on a stick for the rest of your life. Yeah? Oh my God, thank God I have my gloves on. This is lie. Would you lie to me, baby? Would you lie? See, that happens. It happens. It's word association. Okay, I gotta go. It's been a day. It's been a day. It's been a day. I gotta go. Oh my God. Now what? I become the mother. I become the den mother. All right. The den mother has to. Bye. Thanks for listening. Bye. Oh, I can't.